Lawmakers looking into the Capitol attack,
Trump had mobilized these groups around a common goal.
questioning people who were close to the former president. An active shooter drill at FIU
What we're trying to do here is educate the public.
as the nation reels from a string of mass shootings. And a military family from Florida robbed.
The minivan and then the trailer in the spot right there.
On their way to their next assignment. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Michelle Morris.
And I'm Jessica Costa. Today is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Seventh session for lawmakers looking into the Capitol siege of January 6, 2021. The House committee investigating the January 6 Capitol attack held its seventh hearing.
As Nicole Castañeda from RDC Bureau reports, the committee spotlighted some of the extremist groups allegedly involved in the attack and their potential links to people in former President Trump's inner circle.
In this hearing, the committee alleged former President Donald Trump planned and schemed the attack, influencing extremist groups like the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys over Twitter weeks before the Capitol insurrection by making them believe there was an electoral fraud.
Trump had mobilized these groups around a common goal.
Jason Van Tatenhove used to be a member of the Oath Keepers and described the danger of this group.
All I can do is thank the gods that things did not go any worse that day.
Stephen Ayres, another witness, was not member of any militia group but followed former President Trump over social media and decided to come to Washington, D.C. as he believed Trump's claims about fraud.
I followed, President Trump, on all of the websites, he basically put out, come to stop the steal rally.
The panel also showed clips of the closed-door testimony by former White House counsel Pat Cipollone, who gave more insight into the White House conversations of the Electoral College vote on December 14, 2020.
If your question is, did I believe we should concede the election at a point in time? Yes, I did.
Including a West Wing meeting on December 18th described as unhinged, where he says former Trump National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and former Trump campaign attorney Sidney Powell presented the president with baseless election fraud theories.
I don't think any of these people were providing the president with good advice. And so I didn't understand how they had gotten in.
Hours after that meeting, Trump sent a tweet telling supporters to come to a protest in D.C. January 6, adding, "Will be wild." Many of Trump's team described the meetings during December before the attack as being heated and seeing former president out of control, screaming and trying to stop his defeat during elections. From Washington, D.C., reporting for the South Florida Media Network, Nicole Castañeda.
Ever since Uvalde, the danger of school shootings has been on the minds of those who protect campuses across the country. As the network's Alexis Goings reports, the FIU Police Department held a special training yesterday.
FIU's police department conducted an active shooter response training for staff, faculty, and students yesterday at the College of Law on the MMC campus. FIU's PD, Lieutenant Jose Ramirez, who has been a police officer for over 30 years, led the training with demonstrations of gun safety, survival tips, and other safety precautions to protect yourself.
What we're trying to do here is educate the public. This information that we're providing the faculty and staff is not only for when they're here in FIU, it's for them to take on their day-to-day lives.
Medical professional Bridget Pelayas taught medical responding techniques to help the wounded, as well as live demonstrations on how to do so. Since 70% of active shooter incidences are in commercial and educational environments, it only makes sense to educate the FIU community to prepare themselves. And according to the Gun Violence Archive, there has been reported over 300 mass shootings so far this year, including Uvalde, Texas school shooting and the 4th of July parade shooting in Highland, Illinois. With mass shootings on the rise, FIU PD had those who attended to participate in a live simulation with real gunshot noises, police presence, and role-playing in different scenarios. I even asked one of the participants how they felt at the end.
I learned a lot from there. And then with the simulation, I actually saw how the police officers enter every room and how they actually try to secure the area. So a lot of information that I didn't think I would learn today, and it took me by surprise.
FIU's PD plans to conduct more trainings throughout the next couple of years in order to educate those on and off campus on what to do to keep themselves and others safe. Alexis Goings, South Florida Media Network.
Today, the cause of death revealed for retired NFL running back Marion Barber. Barber, who played 6 seasons with the Cowboys and Bears, was in his apartment in Frisco, Texas, back in June 1st. A recent autopsy reports that he died of a heat stroke. Police say his thermostat was set to 91 degrees. Barber was 38 years old.
Another disappointing loss for the Miami Marlins as they get beaten by the Pittsburgh Pirates for 2nd time in a row. The Marlins were able to keep up the game tied until the Pirates scored a run in the 5th inning. Neither of the teams was able to score anything after for the rest of the game. The final score in this one is 3-2. The same 2 teams play again today at 6:40.
A hero arises and saves the lives of a family.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
This was the passenger side window glass. I don't know if we're ever going to get back the baby books, the footprints, all the stuff we kept throughout the years.
A military family from Florida victimized while heading to their next assignment. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Bill is a family man. He invests his money wisely and provides a good life for his children. Just one problem. He often opens emails from senders he doesn't know, and his computer is not password protected. One day, Bill checked his bank account and 94% of malware attacks originate from emails. Don't be like Bill. Take your cybersecurity seriously.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Without a trace, a military family from Florida wakes up to find their vehicle and their possessions gone. A U.S. Coast Guard family wakes up to their possessions stolen on the way to a new assignment.
It happened this weekend. It happened over the weekend. Members of the Crandall family left their Tampa home, heading to their next duty station. The family made a rest stop in Norfolk, Virginia when it happened.
We packed up all our belongings that we cared about most deeply, put them in our minivan, and towed a U-Haul. We have 2- and 4-year-old daughters that we're never, I don't know if we're ever going to get back the baby books, the footprints, all the stuff we kept throughout the years of them.
Matthew Crandall contacted the police and Coast Guard investigators to search for answers. The family remains optimistic in hopes of getting their personal belongings back.
A woman is being called a hero this morning after she saved a family of 11 from a fire. Haley Strong was inside her home near Cincinnati July 5th when she spotted a fire from a mile away. She drove towards the flames and realized that everyone in the Elliott Downing family home was not aware about the fire. Haley knocked on the door and was able to get all of the family members out of the house.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Michelle Morris.
And I'm Jessica Costa. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.